Ripple has recently hired 2 new workers, and this video will discuss a variety of issues, including their future objectives and the recent employment of those people. In addition to this, it will investigate the possible price risk and volatility that exists in the cryptocurrency networks. Additionally, it will talk about the hedge fund owned by Goldman Sachs and its engagement with XRP. Are you a complete idiot? Do you believe that XRP is about to have one of the most insane days of your life? Or are you just holding on for dear life? Bull run your career now that I believe you will find what I have to say to be interesting. It's time to get started. Take a seat, if you would. Take some time to relax and share your thoughts with me. Right present, the price of Bitcoin has increased by 2.55%, reaching 66,931 Ethereum. Specifically, behind it is the case. Although it has increased by 1.64% to $3,441, it is still at the dollar peg. This is due to the fact that the primary lien for USDC is 99 cents, while the lien for XRP is 62 cents. There is a portion of it displayed in red. I continue to concentrate on the one that has a 79% decrease. As you are aware, CHAN 644 exhibits a green tint during the day and a little bit of a red color during the hour. The expectation is that it will go backwards. It is only 60 cents that I would like to spend for it. I'm telling you, there aren't more than 40 of these terrible people in the world. That is still the case, and I have a feeling that you will be able to have children if you have both a villain and a superhero among your characters. It is imperative that you hurry in and make sure that you secure one of the about 40 remaining spaces since I have a sly. Regarding this, I get a skeptical vibe. Considering that we intend to modernize the exchanges, it will be beneficial to all holders of TDN. Because of the huge volume of transactions that have occurred since this information was made public, the exchange anticipates that the price of TDN will remain at its current level. In his greeting, Frank said, "Hello, any positive energy would be very much appreciated." A friend of mine sold a significant amount of XRP because the stock had a bad performance during the spike in Bitcoin's price. I am still present here. However, I am experiencing difficulties at the moment, and I am uncertain as to whether or not we will be able to achieve a record high during this bull run. The way I react is as follows: we will ultimately achieve a minimum of $3, and you will need to endure into the following year. The world is filled with a great deal of garbage. If you are new to cryptocurrencies, you should pay attention. It is through this process that bull cycles function. Bitcoin is expected to experience exponential growth. It is true that we have seen some remarkable movements from other cryptocurrencies. However, if we take a look at these cryptocurrencies, we can see that the general state of affairs over the past 30 days, XRP is hanging with the greatest of them. XRP has climbed by 15%, while Ethereum has increased by 16% over the course of the past 30 days. Is it true that we have been not giving up on it? What is the location of XLM? In what place have you concealed yourself? What level of depth did you go to? It has increased by 14%, and XLM is with us. Where does Cosmos stand? They have only obtained 12 Filecoin. So, we are hanging out. Quite a few of these digital currencies are still in circulation currently. Have you removed the mantle of the mint, Monra? I haven't done anything, have you? This is how things are going to play out, people. TIA is on the verge of collapse. In the future, Ethereum and Bitcoin will undergo a transition and start to shake. There is a growing concern among individuals that their Bitcoin will never run or otherwise move. When there is a bull run, I am a witness to this happening all the time. As I've mentioned in the past, the next thing you know, these goods are subjected to the freaking. And what happens? You have to take your time. If you do not possess a strong psychological fortitude, I will continue to reiterate this message to you. Because the cryptocurrency markets will not open until the first quarter of 2025, you are required to withdraw from them and then return to them around this time next year. In addition, the second quarter of 2025 will look significantly different due to the fact that there are only $2.5 trillion in the markets at the moment. Anywhere that is closer to it is where we are making progress. The amount of $7 trillion is a figure that the fund has not yet started working with. To begin, there was a certain amount of enthusiasm, yet we had not yet seen all of the money. In point of fact, make that decisive inclination upward. This was newly issued by DS, and there is no one interested in purchasing it. This is the opinion of a Bitcoin expert who claims that there is very little movement on the blockchain. According to the statement of a knowledgeable individual, the dollar amount of the primary on-chain transfers on a Bitcoin blockchain has remained significantly lower than the level of 2021. This suggests that any value that is moved on-chain is an indicator that nobody wants to sell. The peak data was monitored by a glass node. This is evidence that investors are holding on for dear life. The bull run, of fact, hasn't even begun yet. according to their coin data and a projection for increasing pricing. Although I am not denying that there have been instances of flash floods, I am arguing that this analogy is significantly more appropriate. There are snippets of the bull run that have been displayed here. The peak has not yet been reached by us. The price of Bitcoin has never before surpassed its previous all-time high, and this circumstance has never occurred before. To be sure, it was during the most recent bull run that we observed the overall value of the cryptocurrency market surpass its previous all-time high. These are quite encouraging indicators. The first quarter of 2024 is drawing to a close, and as the days and months continue to pass, the year 2024 is getting closer and closer to its completion. Due to the fact that this is the first time that institutional demand and money have entered the market, this is an enormously beneficial development. As a result of the fact that they perceive the potential and believe that Bitcoin has a genuine opportunity to take off, everyone is actually holding back and feeling comfortable. Nobody is interested in selling anyone. Ascending from its current range of 66,000, it has the ability to perform a 2 to 3 times increase. The actions that people will take once they are given a 2-3x are already known to you. In order to ride Ethereum for 2 to 3 times, they will rotate out of the position and then join Ethereum. When that pops, they will ride out, write down all of their monies, and receive anything from 5 to 10 times their original amount. Cryptocurrency markets are all that, and that could not be simpler. Before the corp's price data is announced, I apologize for being impolite. I ask that you forgive me for my behavior. On March 29th, which is 4 days from now, the United States will make public the corp's price index for the presidential address for the month of February. There is the potential to offer insights into monetary policy as well as the macroeconomy. As of the time of publication, there had been a moderate amount of buying interest experienced in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets throughout the course of the previous weekend. The price of Bitcoin has increased by 5.38% this week, reaching slightly more than $67,000. The annual rate of core primary consumer expenditures will be released by the United States, and the personal computer price index for the month of February is designed to take into account these developments. The probability that the Federal Open Market Committee would opt to maintain the current level of interest rates at its upcoming meeting in May is something that market observers are keeping a close eye on. It is now estimated that the likelihood is 89.1. This raises the question, what does that imply for Bitcoin? It is common to notice events such as the one that Bitcoin is hosting, and a leading supplier of on-chain data has sent traders a warning about potential hazards, encouraging them to prepare ready for probable volatility associated to the impending event. It's not that fantastic that Bitcoin is. While the price drops, people raise their voices and kick their feet, claiming that the event has come to a conclusion while, in reality, it has not completed. As we are just getting started, it is imperative that you carry out extensive research and watch my show on a daily basis because we have the ability to exert control over you. Your emotions should be brought under control, and you should be given an accounting. The current state of the markets does not necessarily indicate that prices will skyrocket in the near future. There is a possibility that we will see a retreat as consumers get apprehensive that some of them may quit the market earlier than they originally desired. You will notice that the prices start to go up the very next moment. A hedge fund managed by Goldman Sachs continues to operate. But it is very clear that investors of hedge funds managed by Goldman Sachs are moving their money into Bitcoin. These large organizations are the focus of everyone's attention. Cryptocurrencies are becoming increasingly popular among financial institutions like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and your loyalties. Now, I'll tell you that I've had conversations with people who have said things like, hey, I'm interested in getting into cryptocurrency. The large institutions are becoming increasingly popular among individuals from all around the country who are looking for a simple approach to enter the cryptocurrency industry. It is quite convenient since it only requires the creation of an account with Coinbase. They do not want to engage in any